Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new or just clicked on this video, thank you very much. My name is Alexis and this is the Goddess of Daydreams Tarot. Today we're going to be doing a reading, diving into the energies that are coming through the solar eclipse, new moon and Virgo energy. Excuse me while I make some adjustments. We're going to be diving into the energies to see what the universe wants us to be aware of, to be open for, and cautious of during this time. Now we're going to be wrapping up the eclipse season. However, it will be lingering around for quite some time. I definitely know everyone in the collective is feeling the shift, the energies that are happening. So we're going to see how we can work with them and see what we can pull out from the universe. Starting off with the Lesser Vampires Oracle to see more details and get a better understanding of what's happening with this solar eclipse and full new moon in Virgo. We'll be going into more details with some other oracles and tarot. So sit back, relax. I hope you enjoyed this message and you receive the insights and energies and answers that you need, especially during this eclipse time. All right, Spirit. Whoops, that's way too many. What do you have for my collective? All right, very nice. Let's pull one more. All right, I'm going to take 3 instead. Okay. All right, yeah, we got something very big going on here, especially with this card. We have faith, trust, unwavering confidence. Next, we have outsider, misfit, loner, wanderer. And then we have witness, to know, personal evidence, to speak out. Definitely a lot of outcast energy. One of the big messages that I'm getting from this cards alone, that for those of you who have been the outsider, the outcast, the black sheep of your family, you know, the ends of society or whatever you want to call it, you're going to witness a very powerful shift that is definitely going to be working in your favor. Your faith has definitely been tested and you're about to be rewarded. You know, I definitely, with this outsider energy, I feel like whatever you have stood up to believe in, it has pushed you out of communities, maybe pushed you out of friends group, maybe cost you your job, even relationships, because of what you believe or what you stand for. Or for some of you, you have been speaking out on the truth that has been going on, and that itself has caused some type of outcast energy and for people to ignore you or to pretend that you're not even there. But with this witness card, you are going to see it's definitely given me a big karmic backlash to those who have shunned you, who denied the truth, who questioned your faith. I see this is basically a lot of you are going to witness a really big karmic balancing happening in your life. A lot of you feel like you have been done dirty, but the universe is going to correct it. And you will be witnessing whatever is to come. So yeah, I feel like with this new moon and solar eclipse, it's definitely like a big reset for the collective. And you're just, it's kind of giving me like the tower moment, and at the same time, like the tower and the world, or maybe the tower and the justice. kind of giving me those energies of the tarot. Give me a second. For a lot of you, it seems that when this solar eclipse happened, you're going to be able to speak out on a truth that is finally going to get people to notice you, or to even investigate or look into certain people or places or things. So definitely, I would say if you need to speak out on a truth or bring clarity to a situation, the solar eclipse is definitely going to be the time to do so. There's definitely, especially in my country, the U.S., there has definitely been a lot of energies trying to keep quiet on certain situations, kind of in a way gaslighting and pretending things are one way and things are definitely a certain way. So I do feel like also, I guess, from my country and maybe other countries, you guys are just going to just be like, I cannot hold my tongue anymore. And maybe that's also what it is. You are not going to be holding your tongue anymore. It is time to release your words and time to release your truths. And especially with this faith card here, spirit, your spirit team and your guides are in full support of whatever you do. They have been with you this whole time, this whole long way. Even though, again, with this outsider, you probably have felt like you were alone, and no one was with you or by your side. God is always by your side. As long as you stand in your truth and you do good and stick to your morale and to your truth, God will always be by your side. And your divine team will always be by your side. So, let's go into more detail with some Panther Oracle. Do I take this? I'm going to leave this sideways. Whoops, way too many, Spirit. All right, I'm going to take these two together and let me get one more, Spirit. Still too many. All right. So, first card I have is libation. Donation, pray, religion. However, I decided to take it on the side because there is kind of like a strange energy going on here. And that's probably the energy that a lot of you are trying to bring up. There's something that you do, is something that you're doing or wherever you stand that's making people kind of question their own faith. And it feels more like their faith in the religion or like their I guess, connection to the church, to the synagogues or mosque or whatever organized religion that they're in. Because a lot of you do stand with God. You just don't stand with God in a certain way that other religions kind of tell people to believe in. So it's like someone is looking at you like you are working in a mysterious way. They can't tell if it's good or bad, but they know you are working in a mysterious way with the Lord. And with that, it's questioning sort of their own belief and their own connection to God themselves. And I kind of feel that when this started happening, other people took it as an attack and decided to attack you because even though you were coming with good intentions, they saw it as, oh no, you're probably being a corrupter. What's the other word? Heresy for some reason. Um, like even I feel like some of you have been accused of being a heretic. And you're just like, no, I just choose to believe in God in my own unique way. Now, aside from that, whatever truths that you had spoken out definitely has caused some type of disruption, either within your community or within your family or with whatever connections that you have to other environments. And some people are starting to question the energies around them. Like, I would even say people are starting to question the reality that they are in based on how you are going about living and such. Like, someone's like, how can someone still have faith and not be of the church and still manage to go through these chaotic times with grace? Next, I have is okay. Stability, harmony, acceptance. Yeah, this is kind of like the energy that even though you have been outcasted, you're just like, okay, whatever. I'm good on my own. I like my own company. It is what it is. Like, you're not really bothered by it because eventually people are going to start to see the cracks and all the weird energies that you have noticed before. So, you're just like, I'm just watching from a distance. I have a nice seat, I got my snacks, and I'm watching everyone see the chaos and the lies and illusions that they have been involved in or surrounded by for many years, for all their lives, I would say. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. But yeah, I feel like for this solar eclipse, you're definitely going to be in an okay energy. You're going to be better than okay. I kind of feel like it's everyone else around you that hasn't really been um, working on themselves spiritually, that they're going to start feeling this um, effect. Like, they're going to end up kind of feeling like the outsider, the outcast themselves. Next I have is protest, brain, say the word, inadequacy, sue, attention, and then I have justice, equality, neutrality, logic. So this feels like, as we're about to go into Libra season, there's definitely going to be a lot of protests happening. Definitely people who have felt shunned, who have been punished for little to no reason, restriction. People are going to be demanding that their voices are heard. You are going to likely be a part of this protest. For some of you, you may even start a protest because you demand your truth to be heard. You demand to be seen. You demand your justices and your retribution to whatever causes that have gone against you or have tried to destroy you or demolish you or ruin your reputation. I would say, though, with this protest and justice card, be very careful because we, especially in my country, we are going through, I don't even want to say difficult times. We're going through times that we have never really experienced or witnessed. And I do feel for a lot of you, you want to be a part of this experience because you also know you came down to this world to be a part of this change that is happening within the cosmos. But I am going to say practice with caution and be careful because, like I said, we're going through chaotic times. A lot of people are becoming very violent, and I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to see you hurt, but you do have the right for your voice to be heard and for your truths to be seen. And spirit has your faith in that. Like, God doesn't like liars. So, and you haven't been lying, so you have nothing to fear. And then last I have is calm, inner peace, simplicity, meditation. So I kind of like this last one here with the witness, because it's like, you're going to witness those who have done you wrong, who have slandered you, who have done wrong to you, that they are going to be exposed for the types of people who they are. Their masks are going to fall off. They are going to become the outsiders that they're meant to be. You're watching the downfall from a good angle, I will have to say. And especially with this calm, like, okay, I feel like, you have free will, of course. Because with this calm and this protest energy, it's like some of you are want to go and take to the streets, but also some of you are wanting to go, not go, but, watch, take a step back and watch what happens. For you, you need to really assess where you're going to be comfortable during this time. If you do protest, definitely be careful going on the streets, because, unfortunately we have ICE. People are getting snatched up, thrown into vans. We got the sex trafficking. We also have just people wanting to be malicious and go and hurt and remove people off this earth. So if you do protest, I would say definitely find a way to protest where you're not putting yourself in danger. And then for some of you who are not going to be participating in the protest, because you have been right all along, you are just going to sit back and watch the chaos flow. And it's basically like whatever is coming is going to like scorch the surface of the earth. I'm not saying like a bomb or anything, or like a big flame, but it's more like a cleanse. Let's just go with that. But you're definitely going to be in a good position, and you're going to be quite happy and chill about it. Now let's pull some more details with the tarot. Oh, I was being told that for some of you, you are going to watch a church turn against the pastor or this priest, because there's going to be too many truths coming out, and they're going to have to somehow remove this pastor or priest. For some of you, this is definitely someone going against like a boss or even a corporation, where people are going to realize certain things have been covered up. People have lost their jobs for speaking out on truths, and more people are going to be sort of like on these CEOs' necks. Oh, I love this combination. Okay. All right. First card for libation, I have the Five of Swords. So we're dealing with definitely an energy of people noticing how someone is just being, I don't know why the first word came to my head was cynical. I don't think it's not the word, but it's probably their behavior. Someone very cynical, they're going to start noticing their actions and their behavior, and just a very dominating energy. I feel like with this Five of Swords, this is a person that likes to crush people's faith in whatever good that could be in the world. This person with this Five of Swords feels like in order to thrive in this world, you have to step on others. You have to, play dirty. You got to break all the rules. And especially with this libation at the side, people are like, do we really have to be living like that? Do we really have to, in order to thrive and grow in the world, we have to crush others? Is that really the way? Do others have to suffer for only just a few to gain? It goes from like a small scale to a big scale. Like, do I really have to, let's just say if it's like family related, like, do I really have to keep my mouth shut because somebody is making money in the family or they have a good reputation? Do I need to keep looking the other way in order for me to keep my job? Like, do I really want to live like this? Does anybody want to live like this? Why do we need to live like this, where we have to turn away from the truth in order to keep our stability? That is no way of living. This goes against my faith and what I believe and what I'm connected to. Under okay, we have the Page of Swords. I feel this is a lot of your guys' energy coming in where you are delivering information and insight for certain people outside of the collective and kind of informing them on details that they were unaware of. Like, and then also with this Page of Swords, this is you expressing your truth very freely. Like, if someone's going to say like, hey, we need some information about so-and-so, and they're like, and you're like, okay, not only I have information, but I also have evidence. I also see with this Page of Swords, you might have some type of documentation, recordings, audio, whatever that you need to prove your truth and that you are right. Or at least with this Page of Swords, you're also going to be backing up somebody's claim or truth. Like, oh, so-and-so said this happened to them, or they went through this issue with this person. Is that true? And of course, you're going to be like, yeah, I have all the evidence right here. Like, easy peasy. Or for some of you, you are going to be putting out the evidence on social media, showing people about whatever situation that you have been going through. You're putting it out there on the web. Excuse me. Now, under justice and protest, I have the Seven of Cups. So this is kind of like that iffy energy that I was kind of saying to be careful with. Because again, like with the Seven of Cups, it's definitely like choices and alchemy. You need to make the right choices so you can have the right outcome for you. And it's between, being in like how you want to be involved in protesting, and also like how you're going to protect your energy. And for some of you, just how far do I want to be to witness this downfall? Give me a second. You know what, Spirit? I need an extra card for the Seven of Cups. It's definitely a process that's going to be going on. And it's definitely going to take a while. Like this protest and justice card here, this is something that's not going to happen one and done. This is definitely going to take some time. All right. With the Seven of Cups, I have the Page of Cups. Definitely there's going to be new emotions coming in, I believe, to help kind of like fuel this protest energy. And especially with like this Page of Cups, this feels like an aha moment or like a realization moment. Like, oh my God, I've been lied to this whole time. Oh my God, I've been manipulated. I've been tricked. I've been bamboozled. So it's definitely going to be like people realizing a lot of, fucked up energies, and they're not going to be able to kind of like alchemize it, but very properly. You guys, however, you know how to alchemize this energy. Now, for some of you, you might help through certain parts of a protest on alchemizing that energy. For some of you, you're going to take the step back and help others alchemize that energy, being at home and how to use that energy. It's going to be a lot of intense emotions going on. So definitely, I do sense for a lot of you, you do have the time and the patience to guide certain people that if they do seek your guidance, how to overcome all of this confusion, all of this lies, and all of this anger. And then last, with calm, I have the High Priestess along with the World. I love this combination together because basically it's like you guys know this is the end. This is the end for whoever has done you wrong, who has, put your name through the mud. This is going to be, I don't want to say it's like the end of times, but it's like the end of times for the Dark Collective. This is the end of times for the ones who did you dirty. This is the end of times for the ones who bathed in evil and spread it across the world. And that's why you're so calm and you're going to be witnessing, this type of end of times. I kind of feel like when people say, "Oh, this is the end of times," or "These are the end of days," it's like, okay, but like which time and which days? Because we have definitely gone through a lot of end of times and end of days and end of the worlds. So we need to be more specific, especially for our ancestors. We have gone through a lot of upheavals, a lot of chaos when it comes to governments and what's the other word I'm looking for? Like coups and governments and bodies of power falling down and being destroyed. And they remain chill. They manage to pick up and move on and still grow and thrive as a society. And I kind of feel that that's where we're heading right now. That a lot of us, we have definitely been having the faith that whatever this time that we're going through, that we are going to overcome and we're going to see through the end of it and start a new cycle, start a new path, a new energy into this world. It is written in the stars. It is aligned with the planets that there are going to be certain endings coming through environments, through people, through places, no matter what. You have foreseen this. That's why you're calm, because their time is almost up. The truths are going to be exposed. The lies are going to be, their lies are crumbling. The illusions are dissipating. So why are you going to be stressing when you know all along that this was going to happen? So you're just, again, going to sit back, grab a snack, and watch this downfall happen. Because also you had your faith in God and in your divine team while you're being alone and being casted and name calling and all of that. You knew with God that my time is going to come. My truths will be seen. I will be seen. I will speak on the actions and energies and situations that have happened to me. And I will do it with ease and with pride. And I know people will end up being by my side. With that said, let's wrap up this reading with some final messages from the Clo. Let's see what the Clo has to say. Oh, before I Spirit wanted me to talk about this card at the bottom. Okay. All right, let me put this down. Hold on, because Spirit says, talk about the Chariot, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune hasn't been coming up for me, like on personal readings, quite a lot. So again, kind of like what I was just saying, like especially with the Chariot and the Moon, as a society or as you alone, however, wherever you stand, you are moving forward, and you are going to be exposing these lies and these energies. And especially with the moon, I feel like for a lot of people, they're not going to realize how many hidden enemies have been in their life all along. And then again, with the Wheel of Fortune, this was destined to happen. It is written in the stars. It is aligning with the planets that these energies are meant to fall apart and meant to be exposed. All right, now let me pull some final messages from the club. For a lot of you, a lot of your truths are ending cycles. Should I? Okay, I'm going to take. Nope, way too many. Let's get to Spirit. Oh, Spirit is quite shy with these cards today. All right, since these two landed on my lap. First we have is the Shot. And then we have the Sand. So with these two Clo cards, it's kind of giving this energy of we're about to enter a new territory, into new energies that are unfamiliar. It's going to be kind of shaky when I look at the Sand card here. But with the Shot, this is going to be the chance for you to speak out what needs to be spoken out, to reveal what needs to be revealed. Even though the environment is very shaky and shifty and uncertain, you have to take the shot and speak out your truth. Make sure that you are seen, you are heard, that you have something written down or something spoken out, or to kind of like give a recording, allowing get it together. You need to put out like basically either by speech or written down, so that the universe can record the truth that you're speaking. It's one thing with the law and all of that, like you have your written statements or whatever documentation or evidence, but it is important that you also have your universal or spiritual documentation. It kind of reminds me of like, you need to be careful what you speak or what you write down, because you can manifest it. And especially during this time with the solar eclipse, you are being urged to really focus on speaking your truth and certain energies that have happened to you or to your family or to your loved ones, despite the hostile environment. Because with the sand, if you're not familiar with like desert or like sandy areas, it can be difficult. But don't allow the shifting and changing of the environments keep your voice down. Speak out. If anything, this again is the time to speak up. When the energies are shifting and changing, you must put your truth out there so that the universe can start get it together, so that the universe can really start aligning the energies to speak on your behalf, to defend you, and to bring out other situations or people to solidify your truth. Give me 1 second. If you speak out, other witnesses will come. The numbers will grow. Don't worry if you feel like you're going to be alone doing this. Other people are going to follow in your steps, because if at least one person can do it, then someone is going to have to, like, if someone has faith that they themselves can do it, if one person can do it, so can the next one and the one after. And that's how the numbers continue to build. And that is how a lot of these energies are going to be exposed, and the faith in humanity and all that is good is going to be restored in the world. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more insights and messages. I would definitely appreciate it, and it will give tremendous support to my channel. And thank you to the new and current viewers and subscribers for coming to my channel to hear my messages. I hope the insight and messages that I give to you are helping you on your spiritual journey and give you the insight and clarity and answers that you need. And if you feel that this reading did not resonate, no worries. Feel free to check out the other readings on my channel. There's definitely a message there for you. So my collective, you have really nothing much to worry about with this solar eclipse, especially for a lot of you that have felt you have done your part and kept your faith. All you have to do is sit back and watch. However, for some of you that do feel like you need to take a part of the action that will be coming in, make sure that you're being strategic, that you're not putting yourself in danger, and that you are helping yourself or others bring the truth out. Justice will come. Energies are going to be balanced and restored. And the energy that they have casted, and the energies that have casted you out, they will be in your place instead. You will be welcomed back with open arms, or at least with a new collective that is going to appreciate and see you, and who are going to see you and respect you for who you are, especially for the truth that you have brought out. So definitely be careful during this time, especially for those in the U.S. When you're speaking out your truth, stand on business. Don't let anyone be like, well, I'm going to call your job. Be like, okay, go ahead. God will give me a job better than what I have. Speak on it. Again, stand on 10 toes deep. Again, stand on the business, spiritual business, however you see fit. But yes, with that said, stay safe and have a good day.